Welcome back to the Forensics Unplugged channel, or maybe the main channel, who knows. To live life dangerously. Overloading your car's paintwork with product. A trap that we've all fallen into, including me, many times. Now I'm washing this car. You can just see a film of water on it if you're really observant, where it's still drying. And I'm actually going around drying the car. I've got to do the bonnet now. You can see little droplets of water on it. It's all wet on the floor. I've washed it inside. You can see this is all wet over here. What are we doing? Well, the car's been out a few times, like 3 or 4 times in the dry, and it's back in the garage, and I wanted to wash it. But it doesn't need a full wash process, really. It just needs some of the dust rinsing off, which I've done, and then I mixed up some shampoo and waterless wash. Just gently gone over the paintwork, and now I'm drying it. And the trap that you can fall into, I'm just going to set the camera up. Just bear with me, it's going to be a bit dodgy. While I'm here, look, all this stuff. It's a big giveaway on the Patreon this month. A lot of stuff's going to be going out. I'm not sure if all of that's going out. Actually, I'm just going through my drawers. Right, can you see the car there? Yes, you can. Let's come over this angle so I don't sort of block myself off. Right. Okay, let me carry on talking. So we've got water on this panel. Now, one of the things that's going on nowadays is, this is not going to look so good if you can't see my face. Oh, you'll be alright. Is there's so many protection products, you know, and the common question, let me just pick the camera up again. Common question which I'll get kind of asked is, John, I've got, I've got baseline sealant topped with Fuso wax, and then I'm using the ceramic detailer on top, ceramic spray on top to maintain that, and then what should I use as drying aid to keep the beading going as well? If you're in there, if you're like asking that sort of question, you're in the risk where you might be overloading your paintwork. What I mean by overloading your paintwork, putting too much product on it. It looks good in low light, get out in the sun in the hot summer months and you've got greasy film all over your car. You won't be able to see it unless it's in really heavy light. So sometimes less is more. On this car, we've just gone over it with P3 and that's it. Now when I'm Koch Chemi P3, which is an AOI, it's not the most hydrophobic, it's not going to be the most durable thing, but we'll be doing it again as and when it's required. Very gently though, with soft pads, and not trying to cut paintwork. Now drying this, I don't want to overload the paint, so I've got Bilt Hamber QD mixed down at 1 to 9, and I'm just going to put that little hazy film there over the panel with a very soft applicator cloth. Okay, it's also going to dry the panel. It'll work reasonably quickly as well, it won't be here all day. So that's half the hood done in one go. And then I'm using the Interdetailing 350 GSM cloths that I don't usually use with drying aids, because if it's wet, these cloths are going to stick a little bit more. But when you've got that thin, hazy film, you're okay, it's dry enough. And what I want to do is I just want to lightly buff over that hazy film till it disappears off the panel, and I can see my reflection is crystal clear rather than see any hazing or any lines. So let's bring you in on this. So hopefully you can see it, okay? So there you can see the product, and there you can see the crystal clear bit. So we're just going to gently buff. I've got a bit of water down there. Really, our intention is to dry the car. Right. Onto this half. And you can see a little bit of that. It's wet as well as QD. So you have to go a little bit slower. Flip your cloth so now you've got a dry bit. And get this panel clear. Because if you do leave any of those trails and it's too much product, it'll be a streak mark, but you just won't be able to see it unless you've got extreme light on it, like sunlight. Okay. Now I need a dry cloth. Put that in there. switch it out. Get another one. Build up a load. In fact, I'll have a load today. A load of microfiber, not. So now I'm going one-handed. Little mist onto this soft applicator. This is obviously with the camera as well, a bit slow. You don't want to be here all day. So let's just put this over. It's really interesting, isn't it? Because my priority here as well is not damaging paintwork rather than speed. So if I'm outside washing the car, I'll be going a lot quicker than this. But I wouldn't really see. You've got to be careful when you're putting on all these detail sprays. Not so much with this Bilt Hamber QD knocked down at 9 to 1. But if you're using like a ceramic spray, you put too much on. You know, you need to get a good finish with these products. The good thing here is these cloths are so soft that I'm not going to be scratching the paint. Well, there's less chance of scratching it. Right, let's flip. And just a light, gentle buff, and it feels nice and slick now. It's always a good sign. It's still wet. That's it. You see the haze there? And down here, the haze is gone. Another reason why I like this Bilt Hamber product is it has the charged polymer in it as well. So it's like a surfactant, I think, that is there to lubricate, you know, the surface. So now that bonnet, let's just make sure, see there's a little wet bit there. And that bonnet is where we want to be. The sides are where we want to be. And this section of roof is where we want to be. Oh no, sorry, hold on a second. There we go, it's just some little marks, isn't there? It's better. Little bits of fluff maybe. I'm just having an eyeball myself. There's little things like this that bug me. I just want a clean finish. As long as the cloth's gliding over the surface, I know everything's good. Right, so that's that side done. Now we've got to do... We blew the vast majority of the water off of this car. I've got to do this front bumper as well. It's going to be a bit tricky. So, see, we don't use much. And the other key thing is you don't really need to be putting protection on your car like every time you wash it. It's different for me, I guess, with the black car that I'm keeping in the garage, and now the red one's predominantly outside. But I feel like the red one needs more protection. With this one, it's more about not scratching and not smearing it all up. Okay, let's just get the majority of this off. Didn't do a very good job drying that tyre. Missed that one. Go and get the air afterwards. So there we go. We've got a clean finish there. I need to dry this bit of glass. I need to dry up here. Let me just put the camera down. dry buff. So we don't have any smeary film or lines, which is very easily done. So that's looking good. It's looking nice and shiny, isn't it? It's like you're looking up at the roof. Really good. This is what we've got to try and do with this car, is keep it this way now. You don't need to see me doing the rest. Before I go and do these panels, I'm going to just grab some paper and just quickly wipe over there so I don't get any little water droplet stains on the glass. All this video is about is just potentially avoid the pitfall. Maybe you are avoiding it. The reason I'm raising it is because I'm not always avoiding it. I noticed it the other day on the Red Peril. Just putting on too much product too quickly in poor light, sometimes outside, and not taking that time in the right light like I am here. It's not so much a product thing, although this low concentration of the QD really does help, 1 to 9. And just taking the time on each panel to get that clean soft cloth on it and the final buff, rather than just doing it quickly and thinking it's okay with too much product. And then when you get intense sunlight on it, stuff like that, and it's very hot, you see all the greasy marks. So let me know what you think about this one. Less can be more in the summer, and depending on how you're looking after your car, protection is not, you know, having this long, like on this car, for example, having a 10-month protection on here or whatever is not important because it's in the garage. The important thing is not to damage it and not to put smeary marks in on a black finish. So thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.